Take a look at this video from our WBIR archives from back in 1982 when the World's Fair put Knoxville on the map. For 6 months, the city entertained 11 million people from all over the world. They had energy exhibits, cultural attractions, and an amusement park.
It was amazing. We began our 40th anniversary coverage with WBIR alumni who had a front row seat in 1982.
That in 1980, I think it was, the Wall Street Journal came out with the article that was entitled, "What if they gave them a World's Fair and nobody came?" That was kind of the attitude outside of Knoxville.
I remember the day before reporting stories that they weren't going to be ready.
The population as a whole didn't initially embrace the idea because they just weren't sure, one, what it was, two, if we could pull it off.
We didn't know what to expect. We were optimistic. I'll never forget the first day. We broadcast, I believe, the entire day.
I mean, it was a big deal. I mean, you got the president there, and you had all these people there, and it was a perfect day. That was the best part of it. It was a blue sky day.
There were 80-some thousand people showed up that first day, and there we were in our studios up on the 5th floor of what was in the Hall of the Inn, and looking down and absorbing all of it. It was just magnificent.
I thought it was going to be just a little, state fair type, and all of a sudden these big pavilions start popping up, and then thousands of people show up. It was remarkable.
It was amazing what had happened in that desolate train yard. 22, 23 nations came and had exhibits here.
I have enjoyed it as much as anything in the world.
Margie Eisen, Bob Kessling, and I did the 6 and 11 every day, Monday through Friday, May 1st through October 31st of 1982. I can remember the going back and forth, and we might be running late, and Kessling always was.
I was coming in there running, throwing tapes as Bill Williams was getting ready to introduce me.
There have been those people who say there's not much sports going on here at the World's Fair so far, but if you look around, there's sports all over the place.
You were on a kind of an adrenaline high every single day, because you didn't know what was going to happen next.
We're having a grand time here at the 1982 World's Fair.
I go into the amphitheater and I think of a lot of the concerts that went on there and some of the people I got to meet. For a guy from East Tennessee, it was the best place in the world to be because the world was right there.
I remember the structures. I remember the U.S. Pavilion as just being sort of a unique structure. I remember the Energy Express thing going around. Obviously, everybody remembers that.
And it just stuck in your brain. It was awful.
I don't think I could ever go there and not think about the World's Fair.
That last day, people had shirts that, I was there on the last day of the World's Fair and all that kind of stuff.
We were ready for it to be over. We really were. Yeah, it was a wonderful, wonderful time. But it was 6 months long. It was 6 months of pretty hard work.
We have enjoyed an event never to be forgotten, never to be repeated.
It was a feel-good thing for the community, I believe, that they were able to pull this thing off.
I think it did a great deal just to open up what it meant to be a member of the world community.
And we proved it to the world that we could bring 11 million people here, make money on a World's Fair, and everybody would go home from that experience with good feelings about Knoxville.
As we celebrate the kickoff of the 40th anniversary of the World's Fair this month, we would love to see your photos, your pictures, your memories, if you have any unique ones to share with us. Pavilions, performers, the Petros. Send it all the news tips at WBIR.com, and we would love to share some of those experiences on air. And Beth, you remember going to the World's Fair.
I was 6 years old. We even took my grandmother. My brother and I, it's clearly been a long day. I've got my Dealey Boppers on and my Sunsphere t-shirt. We also have a shot of my brother, me, my grandmother on the chairlift. That's something we didn't show a whole lot in that piece. Yeah, a chairlift and gondolas across downtown Knoxville. It was amazing at an amusement park along the Tennessee River. Really was a special time in Knoxville. I love sharing that with my family. And we're going to take a look back the entire month of May and continue the 40th anniversary celebration through October.
Yeah, a lot of fun to see how our city was built.
We had a great time putting that piece together.
I know, it was so fun, and just hearing all the stories from all the people who worked it here. If you want to go ahead and get started with that, on Sunday there's a special event at the Tennessee Theater. We mentioned it yesterday to mark that 40th anniversary. It's going to include footage from Tamas and a showing of the World of Wonders made for the Expo. Those doors open at 1:30 again at the Tennessee Theater. It is free to attend.
Also, there will be an exhibit across the street at the East Tennessee History Center about the World's Fair you'll want to check out as well. Well, if